What are some BrainWise tips that we can give our BrainWise friends on how to know if trust has been broken?
First of all, you may not, because when trust is broken, there's all sorts of other things get broken along with it, one of which might be the willingness to engage or empathy from the other person. There's a whole bunch of other things that are concomitant. There's a whole bunch of other words, descriptions and things that come along with the broken trust. So the first thing is you may not know. The next thing to do is check, ask. That's the best way of finding out. There are ways of asking. I think the important thing is, who had the responsibility for the event that caused the lack of trust? If it was you, BrainWise listener, then it's your responsibility, if you choose to actually then do something about it. If the lack of trust failed because of something somebody else did, you also then have a responsibility to go, wait a minute, if I want to repair this in some way, even though it was something they did, then it's your responsibility to actually go and redress the situation. So that's the first thing. One of the things can be a little bit about it's the what doesn't happen as opposed to what used to happen. You may not get called so frequently. You may not have as deeper conversations. You may not have, when you walk away from a conversation, you go, that was great. You may not be walking away from conversations and there was just something missing. There's the conscious brain, which is thinking about what's going on. And then there's a whole bunch of stuff going on at the non-conscious level. And so at the non-conscious level, you're probably picking up things like someone not making as much eye contact, someone distracted in the conversation or disengaged. There's a thing in the body language movement called leaking behavior. And that is when you start turning your body away from the conversation, or you open up and as though you're going to move away, or as though you look down. It's called leaking behavior. And we detect that at a non-conscious level.